Engage, start hinging down. We can come halfway, stay there. You can keep that softness in the knees if you want to, or if it feels right for you, all the way down. Maybe swimming the arms behind, interlacing the fingers, pushing knuckles skywards if that feels good, relaxing that head and neck down so we're not holding tension. And when you are here in your forward bend, no matter where you've got to, just allow yourself to experiment with your breath. If you are not coming into inversions or bends today, option to allow for those hands to interlace behind the back and take the same position while you're standing, allowing those shoulder blades to pull down, maybe noticing where the breath is going to. Nice relaxed head if we are in our forward bend. Really nice. Good work. And then if we've got the hands behind the back, just allow them to gently come back. We can place hands onto the thighs if we're in our forward bend, soften those knees, coming up nice and slowly. We were down there for a little while. So let's hinge up from the hips, halfway, allowing knees to bend and then hinging all the way up. And just let everything settle for a moment, noticing how things feel. Oh. And then if it feels good, we can heel toe or jump feet together, whatever feels good for you. So we've taken our couple of stand-in poses here, still focusing on that breath. And what we're going to do now is we're going to come down to a seated pose. So we're going to take Baddha Konasana, so our bound angle pose. I'm going to give you a nice option here, a couple of options. We can put blocks or books or cushions underneath our thighs if that feels good. Or if you have a belt, you can make a big loop out of the belt and maybe allow it to come into a figure of 8 around your knees to support your thighs. So whatever works for you. So the soles of the feet are together, sitting bones are on the floor. Now, when we work with this, sometimes it feels a little kind of too much into that kind of groin area where our legs are attached to our body. If it feels too much, allow the belt to be a little shorter or prop your props up a little higher so that you aren't quite opening so much into that hip area. So let's get ourselves set up. Whatever works for you. It can be belt, it can be blocks, it can be cushions. I'm just going to use my belt here. There we go. So getting it to a place where you feel that it's comfortable enough, but you're not testing the limits of what is happening there. So let's allow for sitting bones to be down. Let's lengthen up through the crown of the head. And if we've got our knees supported, we can let our hands rest onto our legs because we're not going to push them towards the floor. That extra weight will be supported by our props too. Let shoulders soften down. And I'm going to invite you to just pull the chin back a little way towards the neck or towards the chest so we get that length through the back of the neck. And if you want to, you can close the eyes or you can just lower the gaze, whatever feels good. And let's once more come to our breath. This time noticing where that breath is coming to. Can we get that 360-degree breath to the front, the sides and the back of the body? Noticing if we can breathe really big breaths, but keeping them smooth, keeping them comfortable. So a big breath doesn't have to mean gulping in air. It can mean just a really long or gentle but extended breath. Maybe noticing whether our belly is inflating too. So maybe the focus on the breath wants to be to the chest. Can we get that sense of the belly relaxing? So we've got that feeling of the shoulders soft. Noticing if we can allow the exhale not only to let the lungs relax, but allow for those hips to relax a little more.